Key points. There is no place like being in the presence of God. The secret place is a connecting point. Wisdom starts with prayer. Key scriptures. Isaiah 32:2. Each will be like a hiding place from the wind, a shelter from the storm, like streams of water in a dry place, like the shade of a great rock in a weary land. Psalm 91:1. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Matthew 6:6. But when you pray, go into your room and shut the door and pray to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Today's key thoughts. The most critical place is what I call the secret place, where I wait upon God. For me, over the last few years, this has been early mornings. As I open my eyes, the first thoughts are, what do you want from me today, Lord? Then getting up and sitting with the Lord and waiting for Him. That isn't easy at times as my mind wants to race into a place of business and activity planning. But the important thing, we have to take the time to worship God by sitting and waiting. Often we act on what is around us and how we are to get things done. I can hear my mind already making itself available to comment on the stuff of my life. But we must be strong here and tell it to be silent so that we can hear in that place of silence what God is saying to us, as we start to experience today. There is no room for the regret of the past or the possibilities of the future. They only affect us in hearing God in the now moment. I guess these are the barriers that hold us back from listening to God. For me, one thing that comes to mind is that of allowing the past to interfere with my possibilities. That's the time we have to let go and let God deal with that. It starts with asking God to forgive you of any wrongdoing and allowing the heart of forgiveness to flow through our bodies. That's the time to sit in the silence and listen. It is the purifying of the Lord when we sit and wait. Our judgment and thoughts are less evident, and our feelings become less critical to us. It's always about surrender to God. All things begin there and end there. We have only to look at the Lord Jesus to see it in action. He knew what he was going to have to go through, yet daily he went to the secret place and waited upon the voice of the Father. It was a willingness to give everything that brought about the promises of God. Are you waiting for the promises to manifest? Or are you still holding on to the past influences and experience to guide you there? Well, I believe that is a place of emptiness, and if only we did this, that things would be different. But with total surrender comes wisdom to see beyond ourselves and into the promises that He has for us. Are we going to allow Him to speak into your lives, or are we going to keep Him under the constraints of your mindset? This moment we have here has the chance to reset the thoughts we have about our promises in God. Let's not waste them. Let's give God our first and our best.